Hello and welcome back to Songs of Syx. I love this song. Such a good track. Classic Songs of Syx track. Welcome back, welcome back. I am the Fiend, and here we are continuing our Lizard Empire. I think this is episode 7 or 8 potentially, and we are nowhere near close to where we normally are in this part of the series. We have very little in the way of gear, and very little in the way of pretty much anything else. So, in this episode, I'm going to try my best to help alleviate that. I need to get some more clothes. I need to get some more alcohol going in the city. I had this plan of putting in a bunch of canals through here. Oh, what the hell happened here? Good lord. That's horribly inefficient. That must have been a mistake. Well, obviously a mistake. But I had this idea of putting in canals all the way through to make it a little more fertile. But as we haven't really used up all of this space, I'm not going to do that yet. But I will leave the little nubbies there just to remind myself, like, if I want to do it, I can. But fruit isn't our main concern, as we have been starting to expand on the global scale. So during this episode, I'm going to get to 1.6k on this guy, and then this guy as well. He should already be there. So once he's a little bit more, I can upgrade. And there's going to be a lot of upgrading going on in our 3 little regions. Hopefully enough upgrading that we could actually see some good fruit coming in. And I can remove these and put these Cretonians to something else more useful. Regardless, I will see you guys in a moment. What a better place to stop than where our frickin' murders happened. There was several people murdered through the last couple of years, and we had a serial killer spree. If I look here, there was so many deaths. And I tried to catch them. There is no actual way to catch the murderer. You just basically choose to enact a death on somebody based on the fact that you think that might be them. And if you're right, you don't have to deal with them. If you're wrong, you have to deal with like 8 more murders. It's really annoying. And our happiness is now just finally bouncing back. It was dipping so low. It dipped so low. And I don't know what is going on with these Amevians. Because, to be honest, they have the best service access they could possibly ever want. They have so much fish coming in. We have fruit coming in. I'll go over our regions in a second. I'll go over what we've done as well. We added some admin buildings. We've been training troops. We trained 100 more guys. We also equipped them with metal armor, shields, and swords. You can see we have shields, swords, and the plate armor. I built a couple giant bathhouses. This big-ass bathhouse right here, so that I could deal with their service needs for a bath. If I look, it should be boosting. Yep, 73%. Taverns, on the other hand, still really low because we have no alcohol. keeping up with our money was a problem. I've been selling gems. I sell a lot of gems, and I sell excess things like shields. I need some more space for excess falcatas and plate armor to be sold, so that there's actually good money coming in. I had tried something where I was making the jewelry, but then I realized that it takes 10 iron bars in order to make one piece of jewelry. The jewels, the gems don't matter to me. I can get as many as I want because they're being donated to me by my regions. So we're getting a good amount. Let's see how many we're getting. 79 in taxes every other couple days, and we just sell them straight away, and we make a pretty penny for it. Then I use that to buy iron. That is basically what I'm doing. I'm buying metal. I stopped smelting. I got rid of the smelter. I turned it into a weaver. So we are weaving as much as possible. Now we're actually out of cotton. I can deal with that way. So we have plenty of fabric. The tailor is the next step we need to actually upgrade. I could probably put more guys in here too, but I'd like to get the next upgrade for it, and let's see how much that actually costs. Not too bad. I can afford it right now. So we'll upgrade our tailors. We have our smithy for tools. We have our smithy for plate armor. We have our smithy for falcatas. I like to keep the falcatas and the plate armor at the same amount of guys, because you can see we're creating pretty much the exact same amount of weapons and armor. And that's great because all of our guys are going to have one each. These groups are, the way I train them, up to 40 first, then up to 70. I keep them at 70. I think that 70 is perfectly fine for where they're at. They don't need to be training year round. And then we have two groups of archers. This original group of archers here has 50% training and decent melee training. And then these guys, they're getting there. They're getting there. They're working on it. I believe that is all I did. I just kind of expanded some lavatories. I added a hospital. I upgraded a lot of the houses. So if you notice, I removed all of this canal work here. I realized I don't need it. I wasn't making enough fruit anyways, and I'm not going to make enough fruit in general. So the idea is I'm going to use this for just decorations and putting pools, but we need a lot more cut stone, and I needed a lot more metal in order to deal with that. So let's take ourselves to the world map. We have Lizardo here. He is now a level 3 city hall. He's close to the palace. It looks like we won't reach that point, though. We'd have to capture a few more regions. You can see he has the public baths and the city planning. We have a band station, and we have the library level 2, as well as some gems being sent to our capital. Lizardi, this guy is sending us wood. He's also got a stand. He's got the public latrines, urbanization, and he's a town hall. He eventually can get to this level, but we need 70 admin. We don't have enough. Or actually, yeah, I could go there now. So if I built another admin building or two, we'll be able to deal with that. We also have Lizardburg. Lizardburg made it to level 2, but they're capped at 1.6k. They can't reach any higher. So currently they're sending 99 fish, 116 fruit, and 39 gems pretty frequently. And it feels good. It feels good. Ideally, I'd like to go out there and fight Korkensky, but they are so good at sending money to us. What is going on? Why does that look like they're on fire? That kind of looks like they're under attack or something, but that's just the way the region looks. Regardless, we just need to focus on some admin, expanding our military, getting houses for our people. We're running out of housing, so I'm trying to expand housing. I've been expanding it out this way. We expanded it out this way, put another bathroom in, another bathhouse. We need more food stalls. You can see that some of the services for certain food stalls are low. You can see the green bar is basically how well it's doing. This one is doing well. This one, not so much. This, not so much. This one, pretty well. And that's because this one is the first one they access. This is the second one. I don't know if this is an ideal strat, but it seems to be doing okay. And then we have this final food stall, which has really good access because it's so big. And there's food right here being grabbed for them. Lots of decoration needs to be done. Lots of stuff needs to be done. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before episode 10. But I definitely look forward to my next series. I really want to run a human city. I I feel like the aesthetic of the humans, when I played with Ocean Man, we weren't really focused on the same goal. We were focused on trying to one up each other and appeal to the other, and that kind of led the city astray. I want to make a beautiful aesthetic city with armies, creating armies. I want it to be designed in a way that makes sense. So I've kind of gone for like this to be the military government area. And I've been trying to do that. This is our military government manufacturing area, but as you can see, they're now manufacturing things over here. Just for lack of space, I figured I might as well put it over here. And the original place was going to be here for the jewels. I was really banking on the idea that I could be making jewelry and selling the jewelry, but it doesn't profit anything. You're making a better profit off just selling straight gems at one a piece or at 350 a pop. That's pretty good. I'm getting them for free. They're just mining them for me for free. So definitely helpful. Definitely gonna boost our economy a lot and will help us keep our armies floating. We also have this group of guys. I forgot to talk about them. So I figured out what it is that these guys were doing. So they initially took 3 days to become a group of 45 Kryptonians. That melee training took them a while. They've been training and now they finally hit 50% melee training. These guys, on the other hand, I just made them and they finally got together. They're a group. Their melee training is 2%. So over time, they'll slowly get to 50%. And then we can do things like this, where I'm going to actually make a secondary army here. And we're going to have this guy go to that army too. And then have him go all the way over to Lizardi here. Just because Lizardi's starting to have some problems here with some of the Amevian host, which is strange because that's our species. And that's kind of what is driving me insane. I don't know why their happiness drops so badly. And we have plenty of children, but something I noticed that the joke is I have all of these beautiful little Amevian hatcheries. Most of them don't even have babies in them because the reproduction capability is so low. I have to keep importing guys in order to get that reproduction capability up. I didn't even get up 1 point, I think, from doing that. So in order to get more, we have to have more, and it's such a shit show. It's really annoying, really annoying. And with humans and Kryptonians and other races, it's not like that. It's just the Amevians who have a hard time with reproduction. They have quite a few issues. I did say that they're my favorite race, and I stick by that. I think that the Amevians just look great. They act cool. I love their design, but I definitely am struggling to do it this way. I know for a fact I could go like this and I could purchase these Amevians or these groups of guys and then just go and conquer the world. But that's not the fun part. For me, the fun part is making these armies. But based on the fact that immigrating people is so much more challenging than it usually is, I don't know why or what it is either, because their service access is pretty good. All they need is a physician and a barber, as well as a grand arena. Taverns are just a problem because we have no alcohol. But production for alcohol is the next step. I can easily go up in here. I think it's, 150. So all I need to do is add one more laboratory right there. We'll have 150. We'll get the brewer, and I'll likely try to set it to grain or something like that. We're going to have to figure out our situation on what we're going to use. Coal is not a problem. Let's see how much actually before I head off. How much does it cost to import grain? Probably like a fuck ton. 8. That's not too bad. What was it costing to get drinks? Drinks are costing me 99 a pop. So if it costs 52 for a coal, it costs 8 for some grain. What's the fruit cost? 20. And then we have clay, which is being purchased at 26. Immediately, I think that it's just cheaper to import the fucking alcohol than to buy and try to make everything. It's honestly sometimes better to do that. I think that people misunderstand that you can do those deals that way, but you can't do it with everything. So if you wanted to support yourself purchasing things like this, that's not going to work. But I can't get away with importing metal, having it sit here in these haulers, and these smithies are working away at making armor. In the worst case scenario, I start to run out of money, I just sell things. I sell excess armor, I sell excess warhammers, things like that. And you can kind of finagle things. Money is something I never have a struggle with. It's only these people and this freaking just Amevians right now, because usually Dondarians and humans really love me. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really appreciate. I know I've been putting out different episodes and different videos, but Songs of Syx is my baby, and you guys are the best for watching. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.